What's going on, guys? Mimic here with another video. This one we're going to be talking about the first look at the new tier 2 armor sets, which are completely best in slot. We're going to break down how you can get them. We're going to talk a little bit about if they're actually better than other gear that's in the game. We'll talk a little bit about the trading system on tier 2 and the upcoming dungeons. That and more coming soon. Real quick, just want to thank all my supporters. If you guys like Throne and Liberty content, I've got a bunch of videos on this channel for you guys to check out and watch. Again, join my Discord in the description. There's going to be a lot of moving parts in my Discord. There is a closed beta test happening in the next 2 weeks, and I want to get as many people involved as possible in that. And you know, just if you haven't liked the video, smash the like button because it helps me out, pushes my video out, my videos out to other people. And if you guys like the content, consider subscribing. Let's jump in. So first look, if you go here to the co-op dungeon, they changed the way this menu looked. By the way, this menu looks a lot different than it looked before. Now you have to go to co-op dungeon, and now they've got different levels of difficulty. They got the basic ones that you'll do here at level 20, 30, and 40. Then they got that actual dimensional circles, which here you can do it in basic and challenge mode. And then same thing here, basic and challenge mode. You can go all the way down and do that, do them in challenge mode. The new challenge modes are going to give you some of those good armor pieces that before was just really hard to get, like the Reaper set, the Grand General strike gloves. Like before, you could not get this gear from dungeons. They added it to the dungeons to make it accessible for more people, which is great, because now you can, you know, get the Ghost Wolf mask in the dungeon instead of having to, you know, get it from a world boss or a guild raid. Now you can just get it from doing the dungeons, which is great. But now you can actually do the dimensional circle basic difficulties. This is the basic difficulty of the harder tier 2 dungeons, and guys, they are very, very difficult. You're going to die many times, you're going to wipe many times, you will probably play hours and hours trying to figure out the mechanics and just learning everything and getting beat up. But once you get past it, it's very rewarding. You can see here, let's take a first quick look here of the top armor piece for the dimension circle basic tier 2 armor. It's called the Wraith Knight's Execution armor. Comes with, at base level 0, strength +1, heavy attack chance +41, and it's going to give you a max health base 405 at level 0. But guys, if that is not already raising the hairs on your neck, getting the strength, the heavy attack chance, and the 405, and again, remember, this is at base level 0, look at the 4-set effect at the very bottom there. You're gonna get that 2000 health once you get the 2 pieces, but if you go and you max out the set, the Wraith Knight's Execution set, it's gonna give you the melee heavy attack 12 for every 1000 of current health. That is so best in slot. There is nothing else in the game that does this. This armor set 4-piece is best in slot, in my opinion, for melee DPS and tanks. Okay, they have the same thing for crossbow. This is going to be the Abyss Slayer's Insanity armor set. This is, I believe, for crossbows, gives you strength, dex, and critical hit. You can see there the two set is max damage 15, so you're going to get a flat max damage +15. And if you get the 4 set, you're going to get critical hit +100 on dealing critical hits, health up by 3% of damage. So I believe that is the only item in the game so far that we've seen, which makes sense that they put it in tier 2, that actually gives you health, lifesteal. You're getting lifesteal now. It's the first lifesteal armor piece in the game right now. So every time you're doing critical damage, critical hits, and you're critting, which is a lot, you're going to be sustaining and getting that life back, which is so good for crossbows. Okay, like dagger crossbows. This is the bow a bow set, which is the winged windstorm armor. You can see it gives you 2 perception at base level, plus 60 critical hit and some max health, which is nice. And at a 2 set, you get that critical hit 200 flat base there just by having 2 sets here. If you get the 4 set, you get 4 pieces. You're gonna have critical damage 10%, so you're just getting a flat 10% critical damage, and then additional critical damage 1% for every 1 meter away you are from the target. So guys, if you're bow staff, you're going to be very, very far. You're going to get that ranged buff where you can attack from a farther range, because that is some of the improvements that you get for rocking staff. And if you do it on bow, you're going to be able to even get more critical damage because you'll be farther away from your target. But check this, guys. Even if you go bow dagger, you're going to take massive advantage of the four set stat here, because dagger gives you a lot of passives here. Let's look really quick here. The dagger passive right here, Wrathful Edge, at max level you get 18% flat critical damage. So you're gonna do more critical damage flat just by leveling that up. And then obviously you're going to get critical hit, so you're gonna have a lot of hit. And yeah, it's mainly just this critical damage that you're gonna get right here from using the armor that this dungeon gives you. So if you're going up crit, you're trying to get up, like, do a lot of crit damage, you're definitely gonna want to go up these armors. Now guys, bar none, I don't care what you're running, I don't care what mix match, whatever theory craft build you've ran, there's nothing in the game right now that beats having a 4 stack of this tier 2 armor. So if you're thinking, I don't need the 4 set stack, you're wrong. It's best in slot right now. So just consider that, okay? Here, I believe, is for the mages. It gives you 3 wisdom, a 200 max health, and then you're gonna get a massive 6% mana cost efficiency. Again, this is at just base level 0, so it's not even +9. And I'm not sure if this goes up to +9 or +12. I'm thinking it goes up to +12. I'll need to check. I should have checked before. I'm not sure, but I will circle back and put it in the description for you guys. But this one gives you max mana. You're gonna get 1500 if you get the 2 set, and it's gonna give you some mana regen there, which is nice for casters. And then it's also gonna give you that cooldown speed 0.6% and weaken duration 0.6% for every 1000 max mana. So that synergizes very well with a caster type build, because you're gonna have CDR, so your skills are gonna be up a lot, which is awesome. Okay. But if you had to pick, the most broken one here is the Wraith Knights, because you're getting max health 2000 with just a 2-piece. You're getting strength base level, it's +1. You're getting heavy attack chance flat base, it's 41. That's probably going to be well over 100 once it's max top level. You're getting that max health, which is great, because greatsword, if you're a greatsword dagger user, you do more damage based on your max health, and you get more hit based on your max health. And then again, you get that heavy attack 12 +12 for every 1000 of current health. And guys, I've seen tanks in this game 24,000 health, so you can only imagine how much heavy attack they would have with that much health. They're just like, it's crazy. Like, if I had to pick, the best one out of these 4 is 100% the DPS, melee DPS or tank armor, even though this one is pretty much on par as well as far as the critical damage. I mean, that's just huge. So I would say my 2 favorite ones are the this armor for the tanks and the DPS, and then the rangers is really good. And then even the crossbow, if you play crossbow, this is really good too, because you're gonna get lifesteal, and crossbow attacks very quickly. So I can see someone with, like, being at 50% health or something like that, with the crossbow critting you a lot really quickly, and then getting that health back really fast too, which is really cool. And of course, there's more armor, more accessories that you get as well. This is probably going to be close to best in slot, if not best in slot. for melee DPS there. You give the attack speed +2 at base level. You get some perception, so you're gonna get some hit, and you get the bind chance, which is nice because, like I said, Dagger has the shadow step and what they call it, shadow strike, I think. Yeah, shadow strike. That's gonna be a bind move, so it doesn't hurt to have that extra bind there. Let's go and look at the void wastes here. This one is a very difficult one as well, but the mechanic is, it's easy, but it's still difficult, right? It's these are, once you play them, guys, you'll see what I mean. If you're not playing already, once this comes out in NA, you'll see what I mean by how difficult these are. They are much more challenging. And let's look at the armor piece here. The Wraith Knight's Judgment Glove here, added attack speed +2%, which is great for a glove. I think attack speed, I've made other videos on this a long time ago. I said that attack speed was best in slot for gloves, and it looks like it is, because otherwise they wouldn't be putting it on the gloves here. So +2 at base level. You get some hit on there as well with the perception, and they're going to give you a little bit of that maximum health. The Abyss Slayer Rake's Glove, 2.6% added attack speed, range 3%, and dex 3%, which is great. Here, added attack speed +2, dex +3, and wisdom +2. And then the World Tree Origins for the caster, range +3, perception +3, maximum health 425. And of course, like I said, they've got other necklaces here. Looks like this is a resistance necklace. So, you know, if you're going up a tank and you're just going up straight resistance, this would be a really good necklace to have, because it's the only necklace in the game so far that has these four stats on them all together. So all of these new items are very tuned. They're more tuned to, like, they're like, more of the better stats are on the newer items, you know what I mean? Like, none of the older items in this game have these kind of beefy stats. There are some items that are really good, but they're nothing compared to these new tier 2 items, guys. Nothing. Okay, look at this Netherworld headgear headpiece. Look how cool this looks. This looks like that Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Literally, it's his helmet. Like, it's his literal helmet there. It gives you strength +2, which is awesome, dex +2, which is great, and then cooldown speed 1.7 at base. I mean, that's just so good. And look at the melee defenses there and the range defense. These are way higher. These are probably going to be like somewhere between 300 and possibly 400 melee defense, and then 300 to 400 range defense when this is fully leveled on one piece of gear. Go look at your melee defenses and stuff and see how much better these are, okay? Because they are much better. I don't want to go through all of it because I don't want to make the video too long, but I did want to show you that the tier 2 epic items are now out, so go ahead and check those out if you're in the game. And again, if you're watching this and you're not playing and you're waiting to play this either in the closed beta test or in NA, just be aware that these new tier 2 items are far better than anything the game had previously, period, end of story. Now there's new dungeons here that are coming out. You can see here, this one comes out on the 10th, and then this one comes out. This is the new dungeon. I believe both of these are new. I don't think I've never seen this guy before. So this is a new one, and then this is a new one here as well. Whole new dungeon that we haven't played at all, which is going to be very cool to play for the first time. It tells you there that it's coming out for 10, and then the other one is coming out for 23. So the trading system, we'll talk about this and then we'll wrap it up. So the way it works with these is, if you have a tier 1 purple item, let's just look at this. This is a tier 1 purple item, the Reapers, right? This is tier 1. If you have a tier 1 purple item, and let's say you get a trait, let's say this armor piece has max health on it, right? And you want to put a tier 1 epic max health from your Reapers, right? Let's say you did this dungeon and you got Reapers. Well, when you go to tap the purple tier 1 purple to the purple tier 2 purple, it's essentially like going from a blue tier armor or weapon to a purple tier armor or weapon. So you're gonna have only a 10% chance to proc purple to purple if it's level 1 or tier 1 to tier 2. So it makes more sense, guys. Go to the auction house, see what the auctions are for these, and just figure out if it makes more sense to RNG roll the tier 1 purples and try to get them to proc on a 10% chance on the tier 2, or if it just makes sense just to buy out the tier 2 straight up. That's gonna be what I recommend. And again, I did make a video a while ago which is still pertinent to how the system works, but your blessings, that's probably where you're gonna get the most bang for your buck, is your blessings. And guys, I made a video on blessings. Check out my playlist. The blessings go in on how to actually level your gear the most cheapest way, so you can save a lot of money, time, and lucent. So check that out. But yeah, that's how the traits work. You have to have a epic level 2 or tier 2 armor piece to put it on here at 100%. So let's say again you had max health on this armor and you did this raid, and then you got this armor, and this armor had max health on it. You could put that armor max health into this one. But if you do this dungeon and get like a Reaper's, which is tier 1, you can put it on the tier 2, but it's going to be a 10% chance to RNG. So you're risking blowing up the trait. So you're going to have to figure out if it makes sense to do that, or if it makes more sense just to buy the trait outright from a tier 2 perspective. But that's the video. I hope you guys like it. These new armor pieces are awesome. I'm obviously going to be hunting for them. I want to get the 4 set for the Wraith Knight's execution armor. I need to get that heavy attack. So that's on the list there. I got some more updates coming out in the next week. I've got some cool updates talking about the app we've been working on. There's some cool stuff that we've been updating. It's constantly being worked on every day. We're getting very close to launching it. So if you're interested in checking out our app that we created, I also made some other videos in the past week or two about it. Check out my playlist. But essentially, we created an app where you can go in there and manage your guild, right? You can manage your guild. It's a DKP system app. It's really, really intuitive and nice to use. I'll be releasing some more content on that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it helps out. I hope you guys are hyped for the tier 2 armors and weapons, which we haven't even talked about, but I will talk about those. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. If you guys liked it, smash the like button. Let's get the video out to everyone else so they can enjoy the content. Again, if you do like this type of content, I cover only Throne of Liberty, and I'll be covering a lot more come NA. I'm building a guild. We're doing a 4 guild alliance in NA. We're gonna smash it up. If you want to be a part of that, join my Discord. The link is in the description. Applications are closed right now, but when we get closer to that time, I will be blasting up a ping. And if you guys are interested in joining my guild or any of the alliance sub guilds, I'll get you guys in. Okay, thanks so much for the support. Love y'all so much. Until next time, peace.